still own it.
Want to buy it?
Yeah.
No? How many
Price
years,
keeps on coming down.
how many years this building been here?
Couple.
Couple, yeah.
Well, thank you, Nick. We are ready to bring this meeting to order. It's 7:04. Let's do so. Looks like we don't have minutes right now, correct?
No.
So at a future date, perhaps next week, we'll have a future review and then comment on it and then submit. So we have, for our agenda tonight, under old business, shoreline permit, looks like Tammy and Robert McGovern. Is that you, sir?
No, this is.
That's the one that we have requested a scale drawing and haven't received it yet.
Oh, okay.
So I would suggest we table that again.
Table that one again. Okay. How does the board feel about this suggestion?
Yeah, I think it was more than just the site plan to the scale. It was also
Oh, yeah.
the information needed on the area of unvegetated.
You told him that too, right?
Yeah, I told them to show sidewalks,
Yeah.
stuff like that, driveways.
You're right.
Okay.
Because we just don't know if that garage is part of the equation or not.
Right. So if we could just emphasize, perhaps, should they come in again or talk with you, I'm not sure if they would go to you and then ask that, or if they say, hey, can I go see Gary? And then they, I don't know.
Either way.
Either way.
We both know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So
And they know it, so.
Peter, in the never-ending lesson of sometimes it helps to read the ordinance, we're supposed to tell people who have incomplete applications by writing. Did we do that?
Yeah, have we?
I left them a voice message.
Yes, right.
And I texted them.
So, since this is their second time, we're having to table their application because they haven't provided the information necessary for us to act on it. I think we should do it. I think this time we should do it in writing.
For sure. So after we get through the other application and other business, let's quickly get together and come up with a couple sentences that we could have in writing, send to the applicant.
And I actually put together some suggested language.
Did you? Okay. So let's take that language up after we do this,
Okay.
shall we? Make sure it gets up to the applicant. Then it's fair to the applicant. Names and
I mean, I'm sure it's short and sweet, but
Sure.
no
Okay.
big surprises. But
So in light of not having the information that we requested, I think tabling this would be,
Okay, make a motion, we table the government permit 919 until we have a complete application.
Second. Any further discussion?
so are we going to take this up twice or?
Because it's incomplete, I mean, maybe the
No, I meant we talked about doing a letter. So are we going to do that? Do the motion now and do the letter later? Is that what we're doing?
I guess I was suggesting that only in light of the other applicant this year.
Let's just get
Well,
confused here.
It's
Just-
fine,
Just let him go first. We'll take it up after.
Yeah, let's vote, and we got a motion on the floor. I was just trying to figure out what was going on.
So maybe it's not the smoothest, but I just wanted to try to make use.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Just-
no, I agree.
keep the-
I don't disagree with that at all.
It's fine, you guys are in emotion, you guys are in something here, just
All those in
finish it
favor?
up.
4 in favor, none opposed. That way, we can get you going your way. Time is money.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta go home and listen to the wife, so I'm fine. We're in.
You're on public record, by the way.
I think she knows.
You're live on the internet.
She'll never look at it.
Good.
You'll find out when you get home.
Yeah. So the next on the agenda says new business, shoreline permit applicant Bill Smith.
Yep, that's me.
You
Yep,
know.
yep.
Then it says BPS today.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
The reason this is in shoreland.
Also, I just want you guys to come, Bill did do a sketch drawing. You guys want to put it in your normal spot.
That'd be good.
Gary,
I-
which permit is it? Is it 1419 or 1665?
What are we looking at?
The one application here for them.
The only thing I didn't know about at the time was I didn't
this
know about,
is-
this is just the
Nick
water.
pulled out the
I
old
didn't
one.
know. Okay, so this one, is
I talked to him about it, I said, I didn't know whose paper it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which one on here is it?
It's this one right here. This is the one that,
Okay.
That's the original, what happened, Nick was just trying to show you that this application came to the planning board
it's this one.
in 14. It was denied, because the building was within 25 feet of the water. Since then, we changed the ordinance,
Right,
if you recall.
Right.
And now allows him to build these dormers that he was originally denied for.
so this isn't actually part of the application?
No, that was not management.
Yeah, okay, all right.
1665.
Okay, that's what it was, 2 years ago,
That's yours, I
3 years
guess.
ago.
So, 1665 is from this date, which is good, but that can confuse me. So the date, I'm sorry, the applicant we have before us, the application 14-19, that's from this year,
Correct,
because 19's in the
yes,
application number.
yes.
Gary, I heard what you were saying, but I'm not sure if the others did about, Nick was providing context by having old applications, is that correct?
Yes.
So did everybody understand that?
So the old application has been part of the current application?
Well, it's the same project, right, basically, so we
It's the
just,
same project, yeah.
so we just,
Okay.
basically resubmitted the certificate.
Cause if it is or it isn't, you know?
Right, it either is or it isn't, right? So,
It's the exact same project that was denied.
Right,
It's-
In what, 16? 16?
yes,
16.
yes, exactly. And this was denied at that time.
Yep.
Right? But when you compare where it says proposed structure, in each one, it's exactly the same.
Right.
So this is what you're saying. So George, to answer your question, I hope I'm being clear that this is part of the application.
Okay.
It is what we have.
cause it helps to understand what's going on.
Absolutely. So Bill, you are representing the Hirschwitz family?
Hershkowitz, I think I believe,
Oh, I'm sorry, Hirschwitz, I'm sorry.
yes.
We do have a letter authorizing you to work with staff
We do,
or to
I was looking
represent,
for that.
the third page in. Dr. Herskowitz has a letter to whom it may concern. By this letter, I authorize Mark.
That was one reason I asked my question earlier, is this in or not, is this part of the application or not?
But you're Bill.
Yeah.
So do we have something that says that you,
I don't know, I had this conversation with him a couple weeks ago, and he was supposed to talk with you and send you anything to do with that. Yeah,
No, I haven't confirmed it.
so,
in my opinion, if we don't have something, I'm just talking out loud. We would, just so you know, we have to act on a permit that's in front of us. The ordinance talks about, title, right, or interest.
Mhm.
I'm not sure you have any of that
Mhm.
without that letter.
do you want me to have him send it right now? Email it? I can contact him.
I would be happy with that. Would the board be satisfied
Yeah,
with
no,
that?
that'd be great.
Can I make a phone call?
Please do.
Okay.
I have his number if you want it.
I think I have it right here. Should I send it?
Please send it to Nick Blunt.
Watch him use it.
Gonna be enough more corn, so. The corn will be on this side.
This is just across the bridge on the left.
So we're at the edge
It
of
used to be
town.
called Johnson's Canyons, right?
I think Johnson's cancer.
So bridge outlet. These are those camps. This was the cottage that had the tree that fell on it. Really fruit in it. So that's what it said, .com. This should be all the brown camps.
Yeah.
The town lines got to be like,
Right next door, right?
yeah. I don't know, it's not very far.
This place they want to sell.
So when I first moved to this area,
Those
well,
cottages and condos.
to what I thought was Belgrade, I lived in the apartments, Pinehurst, right across the street. And I volunteered to be on a board in town in Belgrade.
You didn't
They
live
got-
here?
I didn't live in Belgrade, I was living in Rome. I had to get off.
That's funny.
So I guess we can go over the words, the letter.
What's that?
We can go over this letter along.
Sure. You wanna continue to try to reach the,
Yep.
the family? Yep. So can we revisit the,
I can just quickly read it. I didn't type it up or anything like that, but the Belgrade Planning Board is unable to review your shoreline zoning application, number 9-19, requesting a permit for an addition to your camp. Your application is incomplete and lacks the required information necessary for the board to determine whether your proposal meets all the standards and requirements of the Belgrade zoning ordinance, including the following. One, a to-scale site plan showing the location of all existing and proposed structures relative to the normal high water mark, property lines, rights-of-way, utilities, lot area in the shoreline zone, and other land features specified in the ordinance section 16C, page 62, plus a side view of the proposed expansion. And two, the total area of unvegetated surfaces, parentheses, structures, walkways, driveway, parking, decks, etc., parentheses, and whether more than the 20% of lot area in the shoreline zone. We are returning your permit application, which is enclosed. Please feel free to submit a new application once you have all the needed information. Sincerely, Peter Bushman. CC Gary. So the question becomes, do we return the application or do we just hold on to it? I mean, we've kind of decided that already by tabling it, which usually implies we hold on to the application and we don't return it.
Right.
So
So can we tell them,
just
this table until we get that information, so we don't have to keep putting it on the, like, if you table it, does it have to be put on the agenda?
no, it has to be put on the agenda. Otherwise, it's not tabled. But so I should rather than we are returning your application.
We didn't table it to the next meeting, we tabled that until all the information.
Yeah, but you can't table it indefinitely. Because we got 35 days to yay or nay.
Right.
And we're approaching that 35 days now.
That ought to be on the map.
The, actually, maybe that's not quite right.
I think it is.
Is it?
Pretty sure.
I thought it was after we started
Once we had a
actual
complete
action on it, yeah.
application.
Oh, I see.
But as a practical matter, we don't wanna just, I mean, I can't imagine these people are gonna drag this out, but then again, I thought we'd have a complete application this week.
Yeah, well, we did too.
Cause, I mean, minus a couple of critical items, they actually put together a pretty good
Yep.
application.
Under D, page 65, paragraph D, within 35 days of the date of receiving a written application, the planning board code enforcement officer, as indicated in section 14, shall notify the applicant in writing either that the application is a complete application, or if the application is incomplete, that specified additional material is needed to make the application complete.
35 days.
Notify them that it's incomplete.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're doing, right? We're doing that now.
It's tabled.
Rather than
What's that?
messing
Trying to
with
get
the
a
whole
hold of the
business of
secretary.
returning your application, I would just
Send it
cross
to
that
her.
out, is my
Yes.
Okay,
suggestion.
perfect.
And then, you know,
She's
we'll
only
we'll
answering
take it
either.
up at our next meeting. And see where we're at, hopefully. I mean, at some point, I don't know if you can even deny an incomplete application, but
We can't hear it.
no, we can't, because we don't, right.
I mean, it's supposed to do it. So, I agree, scratching that sentence.
Well, my messages are sending to him, but he ain't responding. I'm wondering if I just tried to get a hold of my secretary. I wonder if he might have given her something and she didn't forward it through him. She's not answering either.
Secretary. So, or Jeopardy or something.
What's the date of our next meeting?
So today's the second, right? So
16.
it's, yeah, 14 days plus 2.
So substitute this instead, your application has been tabled until our May 15th, 2019 meeting. Please provide the missing information prior to that date.
May 16th.
16th?
Yeah. I think that'll work. Thank you very much for providing that.
Well, I only did it because I didn't see any new information. But there was a possibility of either. So anyway,
Let's, I think that language would be perfect for this piece. If we should act on that and then give it to Nick. Nick, would you be able to send that out tomorrow's mail? So I entertain a motion about this language used for letter and writing.
Let me just ask a question. If Nick whips that out, are you gonna come in and sign it? Because you're not gonna be back here for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'll leave it out.
Who? No, but I won't be back till Tuesday. His name's on the letter.
so you're waiting for a motion.
Yeah, I think so.
So I make a motion, we accept the letter as written to send to Robert, Chairman McGovern, asking for complete information for the application.
Very well. Second. more discussion? All those in favor? 4 in favor? Nick, how early are you on Fridays?
8.
And how late are you on Friday?
I'll be in the office till 5. If you want, comfortably, you can sign a piece of paper and I can photocopy it onto that thing.
Sure.
If that works for you.
Just for me.
Okay.
Sincerely, Peter Russian.
Yeah.
Signature down here.
Upside down.
Upside down, right.
So while we're waiting for Bill to get a text message back.
Why don't we just take up the rest of the application so we can see where we're at?
Yeah,
so we
let's
know
do that.
where we're at.
What is that just doing?
Anyway, so I'll just put a PDF, cut it out and paste it in.
We need to get him a rubber stamp like mine.
That's right.
Don't forget to hand him your checkbook.
So, let's continue in a pending kind of mode, I guess, until we get back, so.
I don't know, I've done everything I can do. I'm just waiting.
Okay, well, we'll, carry on since you are here.
Okay.
And, we'll be looking for that, so we're gonna proceed. So, everybody know where this location is? The Herskowitz property is.
Building
3? It's a great spot. They propose to build 2 dormers, 2 22-foot dormers.
Mhm.
Height, is that indicative of height or something? So it's 22.
That was the length.
22-foot length.
Length.
And the 20-foot maximum.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I think it would be, well, I played it out for it to be like 19.6, being the safe zone,
Yeah.
height-wise.
Okay. Understood.
But it's only raising the wall height 2 feet. So whatever the wall height is now, I'm only coming up 2 feet on the wall height.
Okay. And as we know, since 2016, the ordinance has been rewritten to account for things just like this.
Mhm.
So, what questions do we have for the applicant?
I take it the footprint's not gonna be changed at all.
No, just gonna raise the wall height 2 feet.
I think we need something on the application, because that's vacant, or just making that clear. I mean, it's clear here to us, but it's not represented on the application.
But I missed what you said.
Well, there's an area where normally you put in the footprint of the present structure and the footprint of the proposed structure, in this case, to show that there's no change.
So it'd be the same, I mean,
Yeah,
same.
I mean, even adding something like footprint to remain same as current, or something
Mhm.
that nature, to the, adding that to the original application, so that.
Was it in there?
No, it's not.
Or you can write it
You
in.
can just
Yeah,
write
you
it.
right.
can write
I
it
see.
in, date it, initial it.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay.
So, Bill, what we're looking for there is just clarity in case. Anybody?
I didn't know if you'd found the magic piece of paper.
No, not that bit.
So the
Footprint will
Footprint.
remain
the footprint will remain the same as existing.
Yeah, that's fine.
the date, initial.
this is an individually owned
Mhm.
property, correct? It's not like,
Well, it's
It's
sort of like a condo.
It's I think it's an association.
Yeah, right, because they own what, 10 feet around the
Right.
perimeter of the building.
okay,
From what I understood from my conversation with him a little while ago before I came, that they had been in contact with the other people in the association about this specific project, and from what I understand, the green light was given by them, and they didn't object to it, so.
well, you're on to what I was curious
Oh.
about.
Oh, okay.
Are there restrictions or?
Yeah, that doesn't matter to us. Association restrictions don't matter to us.
You don't?
I think with, did the town approve this, as a subdivision?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, right, because I know that Beryl Ward's name on there, so this was, approved, I think, right after I got off the planning board in my first tenure. It only matters to us if it was the result of a condition of the approval by the town. If it's just, a deed restriction placed there by the developer.
I can,
Doesn't matter to us. We're in no position to enforce it.
I understand. Okay, good, just wanted to air it out.
I mean, I guess the difference there would be if it's some, like in a commercial setting where there was a deed restriction preventing commercial uses of the property, then, that's a different ordinance, and there they have that title right interest and all that.
Don't happen to have his email.
The site drawing answered my other question. This structure is not entirely within 25 feet of the water, so it indeed is, the maximum height is 20 feet, 15.
I will see if he's ever sent me an email.
Oh, and that's what this is. Because you got,
What is it, it's 4 feet and 8 feet, and then it's 22 on this one. So you're looking at 34 feet for this one into the water.
and like Joey said, some of it's not all, some of it's outside. Right.
Yeah. I mean, those cans you can fish off the front door, the front porch.
Yeah, it's hard to say what was what at one point in time, or how high the water gets, or.
Right.
I do appreciate the
It's
fact,
25
I appreciate the grid paper, and, that's always helpful.
You like that? I did that right on the back of my truck, so.
I
was
do
my-
like that. Where a square is a foot, I mean.
Yep.
It's pretty clear.
Well, I mean, I got it as close as I could. I mean, the driveway is at an angle, and I did the best I could for what I had, I guess.
It's a good example for anybody to use, actually.
Oh, that guy, the guy from that he was talking about earlier that didn't know what that was,
Yeah,
and there's a display for him.
that's what Nick told him. No, Nick said, use this type of paper.
Yeah. Good advice. Okay, so what other questions do we have about this application outside of the title right interest letter thing? Craig, anything?
No.
George, you had a question about height, but that was answered by the drawing. We also clarified the footprint description. Roger, do you have any questions? This is all so different now that the ordinance has changed. Different. So, we are waiting.
So, I was just wondering, when are you planning to try to get started on this?
Well, I mean, I got other projects ahead of it. I'm just trying to.
Get the permit lined up?
It's either I'm doing it or I'm not, and if If I don't know that I'm doing it, then I gotta fill the spot with something else, so that's basically what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to find out if it's approved, and if it's approved, then it goes in my schedule, and we probably do it in September. October, maybe August, I don't know, depends on the weather.
It's basically gonna be approved, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of having the necessary authorization from the
Right.
property owner.
How does the board feel about a conditional approval?
That's what I was thinking,
Well, that's what I was thinking.
so I guess we're all right.
Yeah, I would, offer it as something like a condition prior to the start of construction or something like that, material be provided to Gary. Which case, or prior to the issuance of the building permit.
Yes,
Prior to
yes.
the issuance.
Is that better?
Is that acceptable to you?
Yeah, he just told me, I talked to him before I came here, and he said, well, I'm going in a meeting or something, he said, he said he'd be available until 8, that's why I don't know why he's not replying, but find out, I guess. I mean, you guys ready to leave right now?
No.
But,
No, but they wanna
we're
act on
gonna
it.
actually approve it,
Yep, okay,
so we're gonna vote on it,
yep,
and
okay,
we're gonna put a condition on it.
okay,
But before the application can be given, that condition will say, we need that in.
Okay.
So everything will be done,
okay.
except for us getting that letter.
So if you get the letter, I can come in tomorrow and get the permit?
I can get that.
Is that correct?
If I had
The
that letter.
the letter has to arrive,
Right, okay, yep, okay,
and not until that letter arrives,
okay,
does
okay,
the permit get issued.
okay, fair enough.
And to be clear, no building happens before the permit gets issued.
Okay.
Right?
We're in no jeopardy of that.
Okay. So we've been talking about this, but I don't know if we had an official motion.
No, we don't. So I'll make a motion to approve the application, actually 2 conditions. One is, that stormwater from the roof, be handled in accordance with DEP best management practices. Are you familiar with those for stormwater management? We can talk more about that in a
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
And, 2, secondly, that, a letter of authorization to Bill Smith, from the landowner be provided to the code enforcement officer prior to the issuance of the building permit. And the start of construction.
Second. Any more, so motion been made, secondly, any more discussion? We're gonna talk about the roof runoff here in a second.
Okay.
Well, we can do that right now. So we have at our disposal, several materials to hand to you, which describe what those
Okay.
methods are. We're requiring that you use one of them.
Okay,
This one's gonna be critical too, especially that close to the water.
The most basic one is crushed stone on the drip line,
okay,
and it'll explain how to do it.
Okay. alright,
So
No maintenance.
So it's basically just putting crushed stone,
on top of what's there, or is it gonna be down in?
it would,
it's in
How far down in it'll say?
I can't remember.
4 to 6 inches.
4 or
Yeah,
6.
6 inches or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, if you have bedrock there, you're not gonna.
Right, okay, okay. Right. Fair enough,
Does that make sense?
Yep. absolutely.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
And the other alternative would be gutters,
you know,
and then it would have to be in,
The whole idea is to not concentrate the water
Okay.
so it doesn't reach the lake.
no
Or as much
gutters.
of it is dispersed before
Okay. Alright,
basically infiltrated into the ground.
right, let it go through the ground and filter out, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So Nick was just going, I think he's gonna come back with a pamphlet that describes this.
Yeah, normally you
Okay.
would get that with a permit.
But
See, the ordinance actually requires a submission of something, but we choose to handle it this way because it's just easier.
Okay,
Right.
alright, perfect. Okay,
Okay. So just wanna make sure that you understand what that's about.
yep, I'll read into it before I get going on the project.
Okay.
Make sure.
Sounds good. We have a motion on the floor with two conditions, it's been seconded, we talked about this, any other questions for us?
No, I don't think so. Nope.
Anybody have anything for it, any comments? No? All those in favor? 4 in favor, none opposed. So, normally this is where I would say the permit will be mailed to you. I'd have to qualify that and say it will be provided to you once we see that letter.
The letter, okay, okay. All right,
Okay, so
fair
It's
enough.
all approved.
yep, it's all
Okay.
approved.
Okay.
The letter's gotta get to him.
Okay. All right. I can send it to you though, right?
Send to me, put on his desk.
I texted him and
think so.
emailed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably when I walk out of here, you'll probably get it.
Why don't you walk out back in?
Yeah.
Well, I asked my secretary if he might have sent it to her, because I know we had that conversation, but she won't respond to me either, so.
Now,
So-
this is gonna stay with the.
Yes, I need that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys also have to sign it.
Right. So you have the original package, right?
Even if you have the letter, you're still not writing a permit tonight, are you?
We're
Okay.
signing it,
Okay, so
so it's.
Sign the app.
there ain't no sense in me hanging out then?
No,
yeah.
you're done.
Okay,
You're all set.
okay, guys, thank you, gentlemen,
You're welcome.
I
You
appreciate
live in
it.
Belgrade?
No, I live in Fairfield.
Great.
Yep. Yep, I have, my office is on Main Street in Waterville. Right beside where the Taco Bell that they put in there that lasted about 6 months and.
Main Street, so you're right near Sherwin-Williams?
I'm in front of Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad, the Taco Bell and Augusta shut down, reopened.
We did? I don't know what happened next door. The people at Sherwin-Williams said that the cops came there one day and
Was that Chinese restaurant?
they put a sign on the front door and kicked everybody out, and that was the end of it.
Something was going on.
Yeah. Story there.
Yep, trading food for something, I guess, huh?
Have you been to Five Guys?
Huh?
Have you been to Five Guys?
I haven't been to that one. I went to the one at went to the Patriots game once and had 5 guys there. I've never been to that one there where Denny Friendly's used to be. Okay, guys.
All right.
Thanks, have a good
Good
one.
evening.
Thank you, and that was filled out the way you wanted it. We're all set on that.
We're all
You
set.
wanted that extra line in there.
Right, the thing.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
changed
Okay.
here.
All right.
Good summer.
Yeah, you as well, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good summer, thought we already had one. It's over right now.
We had one day. Thank you. All right.
School is coming back.
Didn't even make it outside?
Says that we gave it to Heather, my secretary, but no, he just texted me and said.
Okay, well, that's a good text. The letter from Heather is what we need.
Yep.
Heather, yeah.
So,
You can have it sent to me and I'll put it on Gary's desk.
what's that?
Just have you want, have it sent to me and I'll put it on Gary's desk.
Just put it with the application.
Right.
Thank him for his time. Please.
Did you get it, by any chance?
I didn't see him pop over here.
Might as well know, right?
Really? Fine. Good.
Right after I looked at that, she said I sent it.
Oh, really?
Did you get it? Okay.
Perfect.
What's that?
I'll type it up.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, we're all working, it's all working out.
You guys wanna see it?
In that case, the permit's gonna be mailed.
What's that?
In that case, the permit's gonna be mailed.
You'll mail it? Okay.
You have it now, so it can be mailed.
So you'll mail it to me or him, or?
Which would you prefer?
You're the one that needs it.
You're the applicant, that was, well, yeah.
I can
You
mail it.
are the applicant, yeah.
I guess I can just pick it up here, or it has to be mailed?
You
You
don't
guys work it out.
You can pick it up.
You
I'll
can
just pick it up.
I'll call you when it's ready tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, all right. I
Have a
appreciate it.
great night,
Yeah.
drive carefully. That was it for agenda items. Gary, yeah, not, 8? To clarify, it's still light.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat dim, but, you know, it's not.
It was a nice day to be polite.
Yeah, I know, really. Gary, what's new, anything?
Just getting busy,
Yeah,
stuff, permits and.
more churn or more activity?
Oh, yeah.
Phone calls
Oh, yeah.
coming in?
Picking up.
So our next meeting, you anticipate having a full
We
document?
don't have anything yet,
Just
that table one, if you come back,
Oh, the other
nothing yet.
minutes.
Yeah, we gotta have a bunch of minutes.
You'll have 3 sets of minutes, won't you?
Four sets of minutes.
And, so for that stuff, we'll probably start picking up, I'm sure. I'll have minutes next time. For business of the town office, we've been told, and you told us that there's quite a turnover.
Oh, yeah.
Vacancies.
Yeah.
Town manager, right?
Melanie's done today.
Her last day. And then, the grounds.
We hired a guy,
You hired a guy.
I guess, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm sure we'll start soon.
Who was it?
What's his name? Chris
He lives in Mercer.
Coutill.
He was the head of maintenance at the state prison, right? Or he still
So,
is?
yeah, Charleston or something.
Yeah.
Charleston.
Oh. Okay.
I gotta get a letter out to the owners of the old Darrell, Double D's.
Yes. Yeah, what's, going on?
Marijuana.
Yeah, well, that's been going on for a while. Drive by there,
I haven't been able to catch anybody there, but, it's certainly going on.
So it's a grow facility?
The owner of the building leases it to somebody who uses it for that use. And, but as I understand it, they can't even get a planning board approval with this new state law, is that correct? It says that
State stop issuing permits.
well, we have to,
We have to wait for them to get the permit from the state.
it's not just that, but we just,
No, we have to opt in.
you have to opt in.
Right.
You discussed this about the old town office, right?
right,
I wasn't here that meeting.
right.
This is for medical marijuana? that's
Yeah.
grown?
So I can't even tell him in my letter.
Just like the retail, the growing facilities have to opt, the town has to opt in.
So I can't even tell him to come to the planning board and get approval.
Right.
I can tell him, can't do it.
Right. Did you see the letter back from, we had, legal counsel weigh in, did you see that?
I don't think I did.
On what?
I thought, was it legal counsel or was it MMA? Somebody thought, which is legal. For the matter of the old town office,
The opt-in thing.
when you recall, so backing up, remember that?
Right, I remember Dennis contacting me. He might have contacted MMA or something.
He
but-
contacted, I thought it was MMA, George, am I right?
Well, I brought to the meeting a photocopy of,
Yep.
a summary of an MMA,
Opinion?
one of their newsletters or something, their
Right.
legal briefs, one of their legal articles. That's all. That's the only thing I was aware of at that meeting, if something else was.
I think Dennis emailed me the actual state law.
Yes. Okay, so that's where it was, and the opt-in part, as I recall, was the biggest part. And we can't do that. There are a couple things in play.
You gotta have an election, I mean, yeah.
Gotta present it to the voters, right?
Yeah, has the select board made a decision on whether to present it to the voters?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
And
I don't think
I saw it on their agenda one
You did?
meeting, a couple meetings ago.
I don't know, I'll have to ask.
I guess at some point, I suppose anybody could try to be doing this right now. And the town could be in a position to then say to these other people, stop doing it.
Yeah.
So was that permitting for a couple, like 3-4 years ago?
They never got a permit from the town.
Right, so the town did have permitting going on then, though?
Yeah, well, for commercial use.
It'd be a change of use, it's just a change of use. It's not even a change of use, because it's still retail.
No, there are differences there. You can be and this gets into some of the details of in definitions, right? You can be a grow facility and not be a retailer. Right?
And I think that's what they are.
Exactly, and I think that's where the difference is. Yes, it's a change of use, I totally agree with you, but it may not be retail, it may be basically a wholesaler.
Well, his question is, should it have gone to the planning board back then?
Because if it shouldn't, they've been doing it for 3 or 4 years, and there's no reason to even, they're covered with the grandfather clause.
If it didn't require planning board approval.
Right.
You're right.
And that would it have been covered under grandfather clause, is it changed?
Before 2018, December, well, 2018, that was just last year, last December.
Yeah, I don't know if I follow.
6 months ago. This opt-in thing, just everything before December 13, 15.
18, December something.
Of 2018,
Was grandfather?
yes.
Okay, so it probably would have been then, right? It would have been grandfathered in, because it would have been actions or business, I guess.
Yep.
So if it didn't need planning board approval to start with,
Then they can stay.
then this is good.
So it'd be a good thing for Dennis.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing for him to be talking to the town attorney about,
Yep.
what it sounds like.
I mean, it's one thing for us to sort of noodle this around a little bit and do this, but making sure that the right people are being consulted.
Because we kind of have two things going on. One is it grandfathered under state law? And two, did it need commercial development review?
Right.
Approval
Where it was
when
up-
it started in operations?
Where it was already a commercial building.
And I don't think, well, it might have been months, so I don't think that ordinance was in place when it started.
They've been in that long.
Well, that ordinance has been in place since 2001.
He's talking about the commercial development review ordinance. So that was in place, right?
2001.
Okay, so what was the one we worked on when I first got on the board?
That was the amendments to it.
Yep. So you're right, I mean, we did revise it, absolutely, but the other one was in place before. And so I think what you're saying, George, though, since the other one was in place, would something have triggered at that time, you know, a review of that?
I'm not sure
Right.
myself, but
And I'm not either, but that's the question. You know, is it a change of use from the previous thing? Seems like.
I mean, it's kind of an interesting question. On one front, you know, that Double D's has been out of business for what, a decade or more?
Right.
You know, is once a piece of property's been used for commercial, is it commercial for the rest of eternity?
Funny you say that, because I lost the case in court back years ago, because down in the depot, there used to be a dance school. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I had a lady that wanted to open a
Oh, the Montessori
Montessori
school,
school
right.
there, and I denied the permit.
Right.
And we went to court, and the lawyer said, once it's a school, it remains a school. Just because it's closed doesn't mean the use goes away. The only way that it does is if somebody would have come in and got a permit to change it from a dance school to something else. He said, just because it's vacant doesn't mean that their use goes away.
So vacancy doesn't determine any of that use,
No.
right? So in this case,
Unless you if I get a permit to convert it to my home,
Yeah, right.
then it's a
Okay.
change.
Then it's
That would be
changed, and
changed.
then from that point forward, it's commercial,
Correct.
not residential.
Right, so if you change a commercial use such as Darrell D's to, say, a grow facility, a commercial use to a commercial use probably is not a change.
right?
And if it was a change, and it had to go for commercial review, that would be a permit, I believe, that I could issue. And it wouldn't have to go to planning board.
Now,
Yeah,
Correct.
right.
yeah, cause it, probably less traffic.
Yeah.
Quite a bit less traffic.
Mhm.
I mean, absent, some of those operations use small amounts of hazardous materials. I don't know, probably not much though.
More for you.
Well, no more than you have in your house or I have in my house probably.
Right.
I don't know.
So maybe
Depends if it's an organic too, it could be an organic operation.
for different reasons, we'd end up with the same result,
Yeah.
that still go, you know? So, but it would be, I think my recommendation is that the town manager, while he's still here,
Yeah.
talks to the regulatory people and gets some consultation on this.
Especially since that state law has
Yeah.
been in flux so much, and it seems to be quite a bit of confusion about it.
But you're probably right. If they were in existence prior to that state law,
Yeah, no, I think.
Right.
Existence at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, right.
yeah, this isn't even the original owner. It's been sold to someone else. The original owner sold the business to the guy that's operating it now.
So is this what Peter Sargent used to sort of,
Yeah,
There's no traffic at all.
there's no traffic, you wouldn't even know it unless you pulled in there.
You still wouldn't know it unless you went around the back of the store and saw all the air conditioning units and all the, you know,
I even see cop cars, and I'm just working on a computer here in the time.
yeah, in their car,
Yeah.
in their
you're
laptop.
not real concerned?
No, concern.
So that's why I'm saying, I mean, I don't really see the big deal in it all, because it's gonna be a booming business, it's gonna be a statewide, already is a statewide business.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going out onto the street, it's pretty low profile business.
Yeah, no, it is.
I don't want people.
I mean, when I've driven by there, I didn't even know there was anything going on there.
No, because they get one vehicle and he parks right out back.
You know,
There's fiberglass insulation covering all the windows. You can't see in there at all.
in many ways, I'm not being flippant, it's just another agricultural business. That's all it is.
Greenhouse.
So that's why we're gonna start looking at it. I know it's hard because it was branded as such and such for such a long time, and now that's kind of exactly how we're gonna.
Yep, yeah, you're right, yeah, so, and, I do know that at the state level, there's a lot of concentrated effort to try to wrangle with, making sure that statutes are developed and the Office of Marijuana Policy has a good handle on what's going on for both adult use and medical marijuana. It's a,
Recreation.
yeah, the adult use is what we did in the regulation. So between medical marijuana and adult use, this Office of Marijuana Policy, they are going pedal to the metal, and they're working very, very hard trying to make sure that everything's lined up there. They're expecting significant business next year. And there's great effort to have things up and running before the start of 2020.
Well, we're missing out on a lot of tax money.
Yep.
These couple of years, I know the page didn't want to do it. So.
The university of Maine and Worcester, they get a couple of doctors teaching classes on medical marijuana use.
Sure.
The doctors are getting on board.
Oh, yeah, I know a developer who has constructed 2 warehouses, and all he does is rent those out. The money they pay is unbelievable. And it's all cash. Yeah, he said, I'll never build a house again.
No money in houses. There is.
Not with today's materials. Nuts.
So, okay, so there's some stuff maybe with that. Hopefully we get.
Hopefully, maybe not, hopefully.
Yeah, I know, really. Anything else going on around town?
No.
Craig, how are the dams?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Write that down.
Now we're just about at our mark at 3 inches above full pond on Big Pond, and there as well on Long Pond. So we're just about, we're gonna start with the wind dams back up. It's been very high with 3 inches above full pond.
Is that like a law or something? Or-
Yeah, DEP mandated through our statutes
Okay,
that we have to follow.
alright. Got it.
What's a dam? Wings Mills, was that a temporary fix? Or-
Yes.
And it's working for
It's
now?
working. It's still leaking, I mean, some of the leakage is 20 feet out in front of it, it's just going down through underneath.
Mhm.
It's leaking over by the opposite side of the dam itself, where those rocks and the step down there, that big tall step down,
Mhm.
it's leaking through there as well.
Mhm.
But it's minimal compared to where it was, because it was leaking the whole way. And, so we've got a pretty good grip on it, it seems to be holding up well, so we shouldn't have a problem with it this summer. And I think in the fall, we're gonna start doing portions of it.
Did they put rainbow trout in Long Pond?
They did, I caught one Sunday.
I watched-
Did ya?
I saw a kid catch one at the dam.
Yeah.
Wings Mill.
Yeah. Supposedly, because they had public hearings on this 3 years ago,
Mhm.
down in the village.
Yeah.
And supposedly, when it's all said and done, we're gonna have the state's largest rainbow trout fish
Really?
down there.
They just put it in Long Pond? Or they-
Long pond, or they're gonna build it down in this one.
Yeah, yes.
So supposedly, already, the one I caught Sunday was probably 17, almost 18 inches.
Wow.
Good size fish.
And they were put in at 13 inches.
Yeah.
So this was in a year or two.
They're thriving.
Fairly decent belly.
Yep.
I hooked him, and the guy in his lip and his eye bleeding.
Mhm.
This is another benefit of the rainbow trout. So I just tossed him in my line hole because I didn't want to throw him back because the bleeding's so bad.
Mhm.
And I checked on him a half an hour later just to check it out, and thing was swimming, and it was just as lively as
Mhm.
so I just threw him back.
So they're tough.
They're tough, and they're strong and tough, they eat gel lives, which the salmon are doing.
Yep.
And, they grow fast.
Yep.
And they catch them.
Yep.
Although they can't withstand as low oxygen levels as brown trout.
Mhm.
They can't, their oxygen requirements aren't
As high.
as high as salmon and brook trout. And so with poor water quality in the North Basin in particular.
Yep.
All their fare down in Mass lost you with the tow.
Those are the stocks, so they don't reproduce, so it's just,
For display, you mean?
Display for toad.
Well,
Display.
well, it's towed in there as well.
There is?
Breeders and,
I didn't know that.
about pike, about 20.
about bass.
Nothing survives with pike.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, that's the other thing, the regional biologist, said at the, well, I didn't go to a hearing, I went to just a presentation, but that, in other lakes in other parts of the country, rainbow trout seem to survive, pike predation better than other cold water fisheries.
As long as there's plenty of feed, which there is, and just take a glance at Canada. They have pike, brook trout, salmon,
Yeah,
but
right,
it ain't all the same water level,
right.
so it can be done.
Not the same amount of fishing pressure, which helps, but
Right, as well. The fishing pressure is pretty much the biggest. That and then spawning. So I don't know exactly why they're so dead set that they're not spawning, other than that they've been messing around with these fish genetically before they put them in. Is my feeling. I'm just a guy. That takes a scoring program.
Yeah.
Those can reproduce.
That's what they said.
So you take that information, put it towards brown trout, and rainbow. They just want to control the numbers that they put in, numbers in the lake. So again, it's just my opinion.
Let me ask you this, Craig, as a fisherman and getting a rainbow on, was it a fun experience seeing that rainbow?
Yes.
I've caught a lot of rainbow, not here, but in
Yeah.
Rocky Mountains.
I'm actually looking forward to it being big.
Yeah.
It's a good alternative to a salmon fishing. Not everybody has them, so Belgrade still stand out.
right.
And I think it's gonna be a win-win all the way around.
It's a fun fish to catch.
And they put 3,200 in last year. I just checked, and it was 2,700 in one shot, 500 in another shot. And Carrie Oliver just told me that they were just down there the other day, stocking up the dam.
Yeah. Wow.
So, for 2019. And they put some up the dam, and they put some down at Castle Hall.
Were loons hanging out?
Yeah, which is wrong with it, yeah, I don't know.
Lunch.
Hey, see, there's another predator.
Exactly, yeah.
They gotta eat too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, Gary, when you saw that kid catch that rainbow, did you, it must have caught your eye because something was going on.
No, it was a neighbor of mine. I was driving by and I saw his car there. So I pulled in and he had just caught one.
He just, yeah.
It was actually laying on the trunk of his car.
Probably about 16, 17 inches.
16, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it's probably last year's stock. If they're growing 3 inches a year, then
What's the weight, or what's the size limit to keep them?
I don't even, probably, I don't know.
14?
I normally don't even keep that.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't really pay attention, but it was bleeding, I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, but he ended up going back in, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty
It was
amazing.
really tough.
Peter, I'd rather talk about fishing, but I did have a question. We're obligated to hold a public hearing on the changes to the shoreline zoning, the wetlands that we
Oh, yeah.
are thinking about proposing for resource protection. And I know that Kevin Hawes wanted to meet with us, and I'm not sure if any of the other landowners
Bill
did.
Wadley.
Bill Wadley, and I didn't know what your thoughts were of when we would be doing that, particularly with the busy season coming up here.
I think they just wanna come in to the planning board and discuss this, before you even have a public hearing.
Right.
Yeah,
He just mentioned that to me yesterday.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Kevin Ross.
He mentions it every time he sees me.
No kidding. So probably, I'm thinking the earlier the better before we get into the.
well, if you work back, I mean, if we wanna go to have this on the ballot next November, that means we have to have all this and the public hearing done in August.
Yeah.
So, they're waiting for it to be put on the agenda, so.
So that they can come in and talk to you about it.
So do I have Kevin call, Vic, earlier?
It's up to you guys.
Well, I thought we could take the initiative, but
Well, either way,
yeah, either way, right.
Yeah, I would say, April still could be realistic. I'm sorry, May still could be realistic, the 16th. It won't be too crazy.
It's up to you.
I don't know. You guys feel good with that?
Yeah, I would say sooner.
Sooner the better, I'm thinking. In my head, we were talking about this months ago.
I mean, I'm surprised we're not busier than we are, frankly.
We will be.
Yeah, no, I know we will be.
Yeah, let's
You're
do it
gonna
next meeting.
call Kevin?
I'll call that one too.
So does that sound good, Frank? Then
Yeah,
that way
I
we
mean,
get-
all the landowners should be invited.
There's two, there, Kevin Hawes and
I think
Well,
those,
there were two others.
Yeah.
not to talk to me about it.
No, but I mean, there's a total of four, so shouldn't we give all four
Oh.
the opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah. Who,
No,
who, you remember who the other ones are?
Not just the ones that
There was the,
the
are
railroad
most
was one.
vociferous.
Who?
Railroad, I thought it was only Kevin Hawes and,
Bill Wadley?
was it
there's
one?
another one.
There's a total of 4 properties, but
Yes.
Kevin Hawes
Oh.
owns 2 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a total of 3 properties, I can't remember, but I know there's only 2 people. I'll double check my notes, but
Yeah,
Was it,
yeah, you're right, there's 4 lots,
right,
I know Kevin Hawes owns at least 2 of them.
is it Maine or something?
and the railroad.
Wadley's one of them, and Kevin Hawes and the railroad.
Okay.
I'll double check before I final decision.
I'll be really curious to hear what Kevin has to say about what it'll, whether he can get permission to cross the railroad. Cause that's not guaranteed by any means.
Is all the resource protection on the other side of the railroad?
Hmm.
Is all the resource protection on the other side of the railroad?
Of it. I can't quite remember now.
I think, we will look at it. It is.
I don't remember good.
Kevin's concern is, he thinks if that becomes resource protection, it's gonna severely limit, his timber harvesting, number of trees that can be cut down there, stuff like that.
Right. And Rich said at the time, last time we discussed this, that he didn't think that was the case.
Really?
Well, let's put it this way, it would limit clear cutting,
Well, not,
but it wouldn't necessarily eliminate selective cutting.
Right. Selective can still.
I think the ordinance says in a resource protection, all you can remove is safety hazards of dead trees. Within 75 feet, maybe, of
Well,
the
I
water
mean,
body?
we of course have no timber harvesting. It's
No.
really the rules of Bureau of Forestry.
I know, but it'd be the same rule. If we did have them,
Right.
it'd be the same.
Well, Rich said he was gonna double check on that, but
We'll ask him if he did.
Let's get him in here, give every landowners the opportunity. Anything else for tonight?
Mm-mm.
Anything, anybody else? Let's wrap it up. 8:12. Thanks, everybody.